The woman deliberately pretended to be a new driver on the highway because in her previous life, she kindly brought two distant relatives home for the new year. The little boy kept kicking the seat, disturbing her driving, and he even tried to take the gift she prepared for her parents. When she tried to stop him, she was scolded by the old lady. The old lady not only condoned her grandson's behavior, but also cheered him on. In the chaos, the woman took her hands off the steering wheel and the car instantly lost control, causing an accident. When the woman woke up in the hospital, both of her legs were amputated due to the crash. However, the little boy and his grandmother were unharmed. They even blamed the entire accident on her. The woman angrily said her car had surveillance footage and that she would take them to court. The old lady, fearing prison, cruelly pulled out the woman's oxygen tube. When the woman opened her eyes again, she had been reborn to the day before the accident, the day the old lady tried to hitch a ride in her car. She finally realized it was because the cousin was worried about the messing up her new car. She lured them into a ride in the woman's old car. The woman recalled in her previous life, the old lady not only caused her death, but also lied in front of her parents, blaming her for forcing them to ride in the car, which led to the little boy's injury, and, infuriatingly, demanded $100,000 in compensation from her parents. This time, she swore to make them beg her to get out of the car. As soon as the car started, the old lady began nagging the woman incessantly, questioning if she didn't want to give them a ride because she thought they were poor, saying that when her grandson grew up, he would buy a car 10 times better than hers, since the woman didn't respond. The little boy began to make trouble, demanding an apology. The woman explained that this was her second time driving on a highway, and that the last time she almost collided with a big truck, so she was too nervous to hear what they had just said. Seeing the old lady start to get nervous, the woman pretended she couldn't tell the difference between the brake and the gas pedal. This terrified the old lady, who immediately ordered the woman to stop the car. Then the old lady dragged her grandson out of the car, planning to ride in the cousin's car home. Upon hearing this, the cousin immediately refused, claiming that her new car had formaldehyde fumes. Actually, the woman knew her cousin was just worried about the little boy dirtying her new car, so she suggested that they continue riding in her old car, saying that she had only made a mistake with the brake because she was nervous. The old lady no longer dared to sit in her car, insisting that she and her grandson would take her cousin's new car. Having succeeded in her plan, the woman happily handed the little boy a pack of spicy strips to eat, and warned him not to cause trouble while her cousin drove. The little boy stubbornly ignored the woman's words and immediately started kicking the front seat. The cousin only asked the little boy to put his feet down. The old lady immediately showed dissatisfaction and encouraged the little boy to keep kicking. When the cousin mentioned that her new car cost $300,000, the old lady disdainfully remarked that when her grandson grew up, he would buy a car more expensive than hers, and they wouldn't let the cousin ride in it, though the little boy stopped kicking the front seat. He began eating the spicy strips the woman had just given him. When the cousin saw the little boy getting chili oil on the seat, she immediately shouted at him. The little boy remembered the woman's warning that the cousin was hard to deal with, so he decided to hit her. The old lady not only didn't stop her grandson, but even joined in and struck the cousin. This caused the cousin to lose control of the car, leading to a serious accident. As the car flipped over by the roadside, the woman was about to dial the emergency number, when she suddenly remembered that in her previous life, her cousin's father had blocked the ambulance, causing her to miss the best time for medical treatment. By the time she reached the hospital, her legs were disabled. Her cousin, along with the old lady, had conspired to kill her and pushed the blame for the accident entirely onto her. Remembering this, the woman hung up the phone, then played a game for 10 minutes to delay time. By the time she called the emergency number, the old lady and the little boy had already climbed out of the car, ignoring the cousin's severe injuries. They forced the woman to immediately take them to the hospital.